Hello there! Oh, let me turn on all the crap. Hey, it's me, TheDuelLogs. I'm a big ol' spider. Let me turn on the chat. That way I can stand on top of chat. So, today, what we're doing, I put out a tweet. A tweet asking, hey, I need you to send me your gimmick decks so that I can review them and fix them. And I forget what I said. Something similar to that. So, I put out a tweet. I got some replies. And a lot of you guys don't know what a gimmick deck is. But I did get enough to put to put some up. So everything which has the Time Gazer Magician on it is a gimmick deck that was submitted by one of you, my lovely viewers. Has been practicing his voices. This is my normal voice, so I don't know what you're talking about. Hi YouTuber. I put up a suggestion on my Discord saying if we should ban the word Jupiter in it, and people voted it down. I don't understand why they would do that, other than just to be a contrarian. Hey Longs, I still love your spider who lives on the moon. Yeah. You guys have too much fun here. Necrons is not gimmicky enough. Some of them were just sending in pure archetypes and being like, hey, fix this. Or just limit 1 event decks. There can be gimmicks in a limit 1 format, but the decks being sent in were not gimmicks. They were just like, here's this normal deck, but in a limit 1 format. It's like, okay, there's nothing here. But everything else, well, we still got enough. There was also a couple of others that were sent in a little bit late. So maybe I can review them later, but it takes too much time to set them up on stream. So I'd have to just take a screenshot or something. You sound very energetic. Have you been tuning us with another chat? YouTube chat, I make no promises. I make no indignations. I don't hide it. I like the YouTube chat better than Twitch. YouTube is just a better format for streaming. It's just a shame people don't use it as much as Twitch in the Yugioh hemisphere. In 7 months? It's been 7 months already? Damn, crypto. I remember when I started my stream just like it was yesterday. But I'm on YouTube and Twitch chat. Excellent. That means you're pretty pog. Thanks for the 5 gifted subs, Lavin Harmonia. It says you've gifted a total of 10 subs on this channel. Whoa. YouTube is better for the streamer, but shit for the viewer? True. That's why I love YouTube. Okay, let's get started. First up in the Deck Doctor deck screen. I hope you have good draws. Thank you, Miwa Bella. Miwa! I was watching you stream earlier today. Your mic was low. I kept telling you about it, but you didn't fix it well enough, so I had to, I watched something else because I couldn't hear you. And the music was too loud. I don't know what happened. It was fine last night when I was watching. Maybe it was just too far away from your mouth. Like, I have my mic, like, almost right next to my face. Just because I don't talk very loud. It's Miwa, the Totally Say So VTuber. Wasn't she, what was the thing she was talking about last night with Ash Blossom and birth control? I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was funny. Oh, can I zoom in? There's some effects I can do in order to zoom in. I really should have set that up for this, but I didn't. Ashing the womb? Yeah, that was great. So we have cards over here. I guess this works to an extent. I've not seen any bots at all. Plat 3. Any of you getting those grind bots in the event? I haven't seen a bot in a while. I think they finally fixed it. I have a question. I haven't checked point rewards in a while. What happened to build the deck? I was hoping to save for Mirror Force Dragon deck. I have it turned off for a bit. I was going to turn it back on. I just keep forgetting. It's going to be turned off for this, though. Guys, no, it wasn't. No, what wasn't? Did I miss her chat? What was it? Everyone, the womb draws 2 cards. I don't want to think about what it was called to do with that situation. I don't remember. It was random. Clearly it was Miwa. Dude, she's funny. Okay, so the first deck we have up here, told the guy who sent it in said he was playing the normal rare event, and someone used a whole bunch of tokens in the event, and he liked it, so he stole the deck. And I think this was the version that the person was playing, and then he had a more optimized version of it. So that's just the idea behind this. They're just less common. On Vlog stream where he shames and gaslights other streamers anytime they visit. I would never do that. I have to have some shame. I'm sorry, Miwa. I just, audio is just one of the most important things for stream. So it needs to be, I always make sure to call it out even though some streamers don't like it when you do that. But I just have to, you know. Pepe redeemed, Avia. Oh, wait, did I miss a sub? A resub? Hello, Mr. Logs. Hope you have a good draws. Thank you, Avia3, for the resub. I've arrived. Salutations. Hello there, the otaku in the corner. I actually remember that name. See, you guys need to have memorable names like otaku, so I can remember them. Team Samurai Duel Night be like Team Samurai Duel Night? Wait, what? Is this a Team Samurai deck? Otaku is from Leah's chat. He's also from this chat. Is my name memorable? Loving Harmonia? It would be more memorable if it was Loving Harambe. I was sent there by the logs, though. Okay, so. Anyways, the normal rare token swap deck. The idea behind this deck is to summon tokens and then swap them to your opponent. So we have Creature Squeezer, which each player gives their opponent one card they control, but you must choose a face-up normal monster. And then we also have the Switcheroo, where if you and your opponent control the same number of cards, you swap control of them. So basically, you play a whole bunch of mass swarm tokens in order to match the amount of tokens and monsters your opponent controls in order to steal your opponent's cards during their turn. This card's, I don't know this one, switch the opponent's spell card effect that targets one spell or trap card to another correct target. I guess this is an anti-MST card. It makes sense. Minisla Memorable Logs already said it wrong 4 times. Mine. Circalion? Circalion? Do you remember mine? No. You're right, my name is impossible to remember. I know the prediction. Circalion. I said it correctly. Shut up. Okay, so how do we fix this normal rare token swap deck to work even better? First of all, Giant Rat, Pyramid Turtle, these cards are bad. They have to survive the battle to the battle phase, and then get destroyed. And then what do? Summon a card from the deck. What are you even summoning in this deck? Sangan, Rosenix. You can't even bring out Rosenix with these cards, can you? What are you bringing out with this deck? Pyramid Turtle for Nine-Tailed Fox, sure. Giant Rat to go into Pyramid Turtle. I guess that's the only thing. A Guardian Slime. First of all, my immediate thought when I see this deck is, where are the hand traps? But this is a normal rare event, so we're going on. We're going to build it within the constraints of normal and rare cards only. So, under those assumptions, there are some staples under the normal rare thing that can definitely make this deck a little bit better. However, let's just go over these cards first. Spirit Reaper is a target for Turtle. I understand Turtle is to bring out Nine-Tailed Fox, and that Nine-Tailed Fox is a crucial component of this deck. The problem is that Pyramid Turtle has to get destroyed by battle, which is just a little bit too slow, especially with all of the removal available in the normal rare event. Because you have Compulse as an available option. Of course, you have Torrential Tribute. You also have what is it? Ring of... oh my god. Destruction. over here. Hello, Evil-chan. Evil-chan. Hey, I think I've seen you on Twitter. Evil Guardian Slime is R? Guardian Slime? It is, but it's not useful for this. How come you guys are mentioning Evil is from Leo's chat? Oh, are they? Oh, thanks for the resubscribe, some fat guy's arm. Great name. Is my memorable? A wee little fox? Yeah, of course. What about Justy Break? Justy Break. Justy Break. No, this card's kind of bad. Thanks for the anonymous cheer. What's the skip the queue redeem? Oh, that's only available when I'm actually doing viewer duels. Dogmatic of Punishment. It is, but there's no good normal rare targets for Dogmatic of Punishment. So it's just a pure pop 1 monster, which is decent, but you're locked out of the extra deck. Lost Win? Yeah, you're right. Lost Win is also a good one. I have a whole video on this. I can just look up my thing. Let me see here. Duel Links, Master Duel, free-to-play staples. Here we go. Do I have a button for this? I do, just not on this screen. Thanks for the gifted subs, Phantom Whisperer X. Whoa, the 5 gifted subs, I mean. Titiniclat, yeah, all of the good ones are super rare or higher. A maid? Here you go. There's the maid outfit. Okay, so if we go over to, no, not Yu-Gi-Oh! Omega. To Edo Pro. I can't find it on my map. Oh, there it is. Okay. We go over to Edo Pro. These are all of the staple low rarity cards. So we also have Forbidden Chalice as an option. We have Super Team Buddy Force Unite. Ooh, that's a good one. Why is Apex Predation not a Master Duel? I don't know what that is. Thanks for the sub, Loving Harmonia. The gifted sub. Ice Dragon's Prison is an SR. So we have Dogmatic of Punishment, Marsh Macron. This one will come back a little bit later. Bacon Saver, Parallel Exceed. We have the Tenyi Spirit, but I think those were restricted during the event. Brain Control. Brain Control would... No, Brain Control doesn't really work very well. We have Paleozoic Dino Mishkis. Yeah, the Paleos. Paleos would be really good in here. Because they're also treated as normal monsters while on the field, and a lot of the good ones are low rarity. Okay, so let me turn off Edo Pro. So these are the cards we're dealing with over here. There's also some really good low rarity cards. One of them which generate tokens. There's 3 of them I can think of off the top of my head, because I think one of them is a high rarity. Let me take a look. So one of them is Clock Dragon. Clock Wyvern. When it's normal or special, it special summons a token. There's also Phantom Sky Blaster, where it summons numbers of tokens equal to the amount of monsters you control, which is more controllable on you. There's also Cosmic Compass, which summons tokens based on the number of monsters your opponent controls, which, you know, perfect for this deck. And then there's Tetherwolf, but I think Tetherwolf might be a high rarity. Tetherwolf, nope, it fits in. Tetherwolf summons a token when it's normal summoned. Hey, it's Ame. And then there's one more. We have Phantom Sky Blaster, we have Cosmic Compass, we have Wyvern. We also have Tetherwolf, but that's not the one. There was a 4th one. Another one that summons a bunch of tokens. Oh. It was just Scapegoat, but I think that's a high rarity card, so it's excluded. Yeah, Scapegoat is super rare. So these are it. These are all the extra tokens we have. Time for the feat logs. There's no feat here. Oh, thanks for the resub, Echo the Prophet. Theory crafting fix the decks, or are we taking the decks for a spin? No, we're just theory crafting. We're just fixing your decks. So, the reason we have all of these is because, the theme of this deck is to token swap. So you want to get tokens out on the field. Currently, what we're doing here is very inefficiently just trying to turbo out Nine-Tailed Fox. Nine-Tailed Fox, if it's destroyed, summons 2 tokens. And also, it can tribute 2 monsters to summon itself from the graveyard. We can keep Nine-Tailed Fox in here. We're just trying to get rid of Giant Rat and Pyramid Turtle because they're not very useful. And also, Sangan, what is Sangan even used for? Let's get rid of them. A and D Changer, what is A and D Changer for? There's like no reason to run this card. Let's get rid of it. Also, obviously, we're going to get rid of Hand Mirror because it's just a garbage card. We don't need Book of Life, but I'll leave one in just in case we go back to it later. Hand Destruction, garbage. Lightning Vortex, lol, what is this, Duel Links? Mystical Space Typhoon, I think we're going to replace Mystical Space Typhoon with Olenoids. We'll play 3 Olenoids and get rid of the MSTs. Enemy Controller, good, let's play 3 of them. Fires of Doomsday, 3 tokens, excellent idea. Obviously we need 3 of these. Torrential Tribute, we should probably play 3 of these. Triple Sky Blaster, triple Cosmic Compass. The Wicked Avatar, I think this is hilarious. I'd leave it in, even though it's not very good. Triple Tetherwolf. Rosenix is fine because its graveyard effect allows you to summon a token. So, the rest of the cards, we don't really need Lost Winds, but we do want trap cards now in order to use the Paleozoics, because they're going to contribute to the win condition. So, triple that. Lost Winds is good. Lost Winds is actually really good in this format. The problem is, in this format, Lost Winds is really good against the meta, but it's not really good against the normal rare format. Super Hippo Carnival. The hippos. I think the hippos summoned too many tokens, actually. And the hippos were banned during the event, so not usable. Passcode? Passcode's only 1 token. It's not super usable. See, all of these ones summon a whole bunch of tokens. Clock of Wyvern, honestly not super needed with all these other token generators we have. But it is still pretty good. It's probably better than Cosmic Compass. But Compass, like the whole main point of this deck is switcheroo to swap all of our opponent's cards. Let's see here. I think we'll play Olenoids at 3. We'll play this at 3. And Book of Life. We don't really have a way to search out Nine-Tailed Fox, so that's just going to be a dead draw most of the time. And there we go. Now we have it. It perfectly optimized in our token swap deck for the normal rare festival. Consider this one optimized. Wait, what did Satan say? Love you. Have good mod duties. Shut up. Go to sleep. Oh my god. So, Avatar is funny. I like this card. It's not very good, but it's funny, and you can also use it because Fires of Doomsday is a dark monster. Avatar is basically a win condition in this format because your opponent can't activate spell or traps for 2 turns, and this format is very spell and trap heavy, as you can see by all the staples we have over here. Stray Lambs? Stray Lambs is not as good as Fires of Doomsday because you have to use it during your turn. Okay, so let's clear this out. And we'll save this in our token deck optimized. Next up, we have Slifer Dragon Maids. Oh boy. This one is not set for the normal rare festival. Immediately, my first thought is, where are your hand traps at? There's only 3 of them. Where's Maxi? Why are you not playing 3 copies of Maxi in every deck? Why would you play Ghost Ogre and Ash Blossom over just 3 copies of Maximum C, especially in a deck that's trying to draw a whole bunch of cards? Also, you're playing Slifer. How come you're not playing 3 copies of it? Go big or go home. You need Slifer. Thunder Force Attack, this card is funny, but it's not good. Are we trying to activate Thunder Force Attack? If we are, we have to build the deck around this card, because it's that bad. 2 Nurse, oh, we haven't even got to the Dragon Maids yet. You guys should just hold your horses there. Okay, so we have some going first cards. And then we also have some going second cards. You can't really play Called by the Grave and Super Polymerization. They're kind of counterintuitive with themselves. You see, Super Polymerization is purely a going second deck used to break boards. Also, you guys want to see something cool? There's this really neato fusion monster. Which, let's see, I don't think it's a UR. Dragon, here it is, it's a SR. It requires 1 dragon synchro monster plus 1 warrior monster. You guys want to see who's a dragon and a synchro? We'll go over to synchros. We'll go over to dragons and warrior. Here we go. So, popular warrior monster synchro. I know it's a UR. Where is it at? Baron de Fleur, popular dragon monster synchro. Borreload Savage Dragon. With a single Dragon Knight Draco Equist, you have an out to a Borreload and a Baron de Fleur on the board. However, they rarely actually come out together, outside of like just generic toolbox decks. Anyways, Ame, you ban him. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Because I don't actually have Maxi? You see, we don't really care what cards you have. We're going over optimization here. Hadiyoshi. Yes, Yusei summons that was Pog. You see, we're not even done yet. Here's the thing. Called by the Grave is probably one of the best cards in the game right now. It's a good going first card if you're trying to go through your combos uninterrupted. It's also a good going second card because it can be used as disruption. It's also a sitting duck to just get attacked, get destroyed in your back row. You really want to play Called by the Grave if you're trying to get your first turn plays to go off. Dragon Maids don't really have plays that are stopped by common hand traps. They can kind of do all of their things with a little bit of summons, so Maxi doesn't concern them that much, and they can play through having their plays stopped. Like, you can have Chamber Dragon Maid negated, and it's not going to hurt you too much. Obviously, you'd rather have the searches go through, but it's not like you're trying to go to a specific combo. It's more of a toolbox deck. Because there's so many things you can do. There's also... Where's Spheres at? Spheres also gets you the card. Heretic Spheres, 2 dragon monsters, becomes a free chamber from the deck to search. Yeah, we got Spheres in here now. So Call by the Grave is good. I'm not going to dock off points for that. It's just Super Polymerization. If we're going to go going second, we need to go harder than that. I'm fine with this because I think Super Polymerization is a really good card. I don't think it's played enough considering how good it actually is. It is also an out to DPE, which is really good in this format where DPE is everywhere. Thanks for stopping by my thing earlier. You're one of the people that inspired me into doing this, so seeing you there's actually meant a lot. Excellent. I'll be sure to try to make it on Saturday. I think I might be busy though. Who knows? Cross Sheep and IP Unicorn. Cross Sheep. Do you really need Cross Sheep in this? Cross Sheep. Fusion. Special summon a level 4 lower monster from your graveyard. That's decent. However, our main goal is to get into Slifer. So, if we ask ourselves, how are we getting into Slifer in this deck? Where are we getting 3 monsters on the field? Well, Nurse can provide 2 monsters on the field with a normal summon, but that still requires a 3rd one. So, Irenis in order to special summon, Hospitality for that special summon, Tidying for the special summon. So, if Nurse is crucial in order to get this combo going, because you need 3 monsters on the field, I think this deck should probably focus more around Nurse. Even if you get the exact person on the field, you can keep a big enough hand for him to be a menace. I think this is why... This is the way to fill up your hand. Plus, the Dragon Maids return themselves to the hand. They're actually really good at getting cards in the hand, so you don't have to worry about that. This one has the effect where if you have 2 more Dragon Maid monsters, you can add a Dragon Maid card from your graveyard to your hand. So, Dragon Maid Welcome will help you refill your hand, and it can be searched. So I understand this play over here. It's more of a, you know, how are we bringing out Slifer? How are we searching Slifer? Where's our search for this? There is no search, because Slifer searchers don't exist. So if we build a whole deck around Slifer, and we can't actually go into him, then we just have to fall back on the Dragon Maid plays themselves. And if we fall back on the Dragon Maid plays, we don't need Laundry. I am personally a fan of Laundry. I like Laundry, but it's not super consistent. You can sometimes get a great meal with it, but relying on the meal is not as good as just having Parlor or Kitchen give you exactly what you need. Laundry is good with 1 copy. I'm personally a fan of Laundry, but we're trying to do a specific thing here, and that's bring out Slifer, and it doesn't really contribute to that. Unfortunately, it can bait in Ash. You don't play cards to bait Ash. You know what else baits in Ash? Ipara. Oh wait, Eperia. How the hell do you spell this card? I don't know how to spell today. If it's destroyed. Lorepour's hand effect is not good. Monster negate. Lorepour. We don't need 2 of these. We don't need Norodula. Triple Ernerus. Are we trying to get off Dragon Force Attack? Dragon Force Attack is funny, but it's kind of hard to resolve. You need specifically Slifer on the field, and we're not playing a way to search out Slifer. So chances are, when you're playing this deck, you're going to draw into Thunder Force Attack and never Slifer, and it's just going to be a dead card in your hand all the time. Never seen anyone run Triple Uranus? That's true. They don't usually do that. Let's get rid of Thunder Force Attack. You guys have to remember, we're not building a Dragon Maid deck. We're building a Slifer deck that uses Dragon Maids to facilitate their plays. So, anything that allows us to special summon monsters, we want as many as possible. This one special summons a monster from the hand, which is going to initiate all of our plays. The only reason we're running these 2 is just to have different named level 8 monsters to activate the Dragon Maids. So, Nurse can be searched. We don't really need to play more than that. 2 is basically here just to prevent it from getting banished from the graveyard. Because we're going to use all of the searchers in order to get everything else out. This leaves us, let's see, 2 changeovers. It's basically there just for DD Crow stuff. Welcome. We don't really need more than 1 welcome because we can search it out. However, we do want to refill our hand. So, probably the 1 Striker Dragon for the normal summon combo. Striker Dragon. What is the Striker Dragon combo? It just gets a monster in the grave and that's it? Oh, and then we have Anaconda. Ravine? Wait, why is Verte in here if we don't have DPE? Changeover doesn't have fusion in its name, so it's not a viable target. Dragon Maid Raid. Anaconda. Is Slifer the Dragon Maid's master? Super Poly is the target? I guess. Let's remove Appaloosa. Normal, Parlor, Chamber, Striker Dragon, then Tidying or Hospitality. To bring them back? To go into Spheres? I mean, I guess it's just a link 1. Can't you just also use Almirage to the same effect? Would you also be playing the decks? No. I have a question. How often do you do streams like this? This is the first time I've ever done it. Striker is a must, if you guys say so. Okay. We need more cards to special summon. Let's see. Are there any good cards that get 3 monsters on the field by themselves without using your normal summon? You see, one of the biggest problems with God cards is they're really hard to use. Even if you have it in your hand, it's kind of difficult to just bring it out. Now, there is Soul Crossing, but that's not super good. There is Joker Straight, but that requires me to play. That requires you to play like almost 9 other cards. We have 2 empty slots, which is probably best just to play some staples in here. Ojamas can do it, but you need more than 2 cards. Punks? I think Punks might be able to. So can Tenyis. Tenyis can get 2 cards on the field, but it locks you into other stuff. Thunderspeed Summon, you kind of need Knights of the Face. Yeah, Thunderspeed Summon can search it out, but you'd have to play Joker's Knight at that point. You need more tuners if you're going for synchro plays with the Dragon Warrior fusion strat. What? You're gonna need more tuners? We don't need any tuners. Let me remove these. I guess we could play the Access Code Talker engine just to fill out the rest of the deck. Because I think the core of this is fine. But now we're just missing staples. Like, bringing out Slifer, if Slifer comes out, it is definitely possible because both House and Yugioh allow you to summon a lot of cards. So assuming those cards stay alive, you're good. Rodon Hulk and Ash Veiler. Hand Destruction to fill the graveyard so Nurse can work. If you want to put cards in the graveyard, I guess Hand Destruction is definitely a thing that exists, but I'm more partial towards Forbidden Droplet. For so much you stream, I love all your hard work on YouTube channels. For the past few months, I've been putting your videos in VODs, some streams, falling asleep to them. Your bits have helped me get back into the game as well. P.S. I fully believe you aren't a VTuber. Why, thank you, CG Death Scythe. Also good to hear. Add in the pots. Ooh. Scapegoat with Link Spider? Scapegoat is also... There is room for that. Does Red Eye's Darkness Metal help summon and recycle cards? Red Eye's Metal? That can get 2 cards on the field. Here, we'll go into Scapegoat. We'll go into Red Eye's Metal Dragon. And then we'll add in, how do you spell Shiraig? Is that how you spell Shiraig? Shiraig. Tri-Brigade. Oh my god, I can't spell today. Tri-Brigade. Link Spider. Link Spider has a space in it. Link Kuribo. Link Kuribo. There we go. Let's remove this. Dragon Maids basically take up your turn. Shiraig. Maybe Destrudo to get another dragon on the field. Destrudo is another dragon. It also is one from the graveyard. Potentially. But if you're going to play Destrudo, you kind of want to play also some level 7s. King Scapegoat locks out of summons and can't be tributed. You can't use Scapegoat, locks you out of summons and can't be tributed. Here's how you play Scapegoat. You set it and wait till the end of your opponent's turn, and then use it, and then boom, you have 4 tokens on your side of the field, which you can convert 2 of them into a monster with Link and Kuribo, or all 4 of them into a Shiraig. And I have just now explained how to use the Scapegoat engine. That would never happen. It happens more often than you would think. Especially if you're playing a control-ish deck like Slifer Dragon Maids. Necrovision, draw 1 and protect back row. I was thinking Heavenly Prison, but I don't think that's necessary. Isn't it a bit too slow, though? It's so slow that the card was limited to 2, so people would stop using it. Dragon Ravine? I don't think I need the dragons in the graveyard that badly. Okay. I think this is good. We can probably just remove... actually, this isn't good. So we still have the problem that it's a going second and a going first deck. So what we're going to do is just focus entirely on going second. So I'm going to remove Called by the Grave, Ash Blossom... Ghost Ogre can stay. If we're going to go entirely going second, what we can also play is Forbidden Droplet to get the cards in the graveyard. We have Super Polymerization that also gets them in the graveyard. Do we really want to go super hard on discard? Because for going second cards, what we have is Nibiru and Lightning Storm, Forbidden Droplet as options. These 3 cards. Oops, not that one. Forbidden Droplet and Nibiru. We could just play one of each. Dark Ruler locks you out. You can't really play it that well. Crossout is a going first card. Ogre but no Ash. Ogre is actually better in this format because it stops Sword Soul plays. If your opponent reveals Moe, you destroy it. They have a token on the field, they can't do anything else. Isn't Scapegoat bad for going second? To an extent. It is more of a going first card, but we're using it here in order to get out Slifer. Soul Crossing, we're using it in order to get out Slifer, but also we have the backup option of using it to go into something that's good. We can go into Shiraig or just other link plays with it. Evenly for fun. Evenly is also a going second card, that's true. But we're already, we have to decide which one do we want to play. I'm partial to just triple Lightning Storm, because this is like one of the best cards in the game. I also have a Nibiru emote, so I'm partial towards this. The pots, we can't really run any of them efficiently in this deck. But if I was going to run one, I would definitely just run Pot of Desires. Since you play enough of copies of your cards where your chances of banishing all of them are pretty low. So if we want, here, we'll get rid of Forbidden Droplet. Nibiru, and we'll just play 2 Pot of Desires. There we go. A single Lightning Storm. I don't like just playing a single Lightning Storm. So I'm going to remove it and just play another one. Pot of Prosperity. Prosperity. To dig for a specific card. That's also an option. 2 Lightning Storms is enough. I prefer to play 3 Lightning Storms, especially if we're going second. What we could do is ditch Scapegoat. I think Scapegoat is probably a decent-ish option, but our extra deck is kind of full at the moment. If I really want to allow it to bring out Slifer, I should also add in... Wait, before I do that, we'll replace it with Pot of Prosperity. I think Pot of Desires is better, though. But we do need Slifer. Like, the deck revolves around Slifer, and that is better for searching it out. IP Masquerena is also excellent for this. And if we're going to play IP Masquerena, we should also play Unicorn. And let's just ditch Verte and Nightmare Phoenix. There we go. Because the thing is, if you have Scapegoat out, what you can do is use 2 of them for Masquerena, and then use the other 2 to go into Link Spider and Karibo, and boom, 3 monsters for a Tribute Summon of Slifer. And if not, you can just use them to go into an indestructible Access Code Talker. Or, you know, Nightmare Unicorn first, and then Access Code Talker. Doesn't Egyptian God Slime count as 3 tributes? It does, but it's garbage. There's a clip of DM player using Pot of Extra, banishes all copies of House and Yugioh only to draw 2 Pot of Extras. Yeah, that's exceptionally bad luck. Okay, we can consider this one optimized to an extent. We're playing going first and going second cards and only like 1 copies of hand traps. It could be optimized further by playtesting, but it should also allow you to bring out Slifer more consistently and search it out since it runs Pot of Prosperity. Perfectio. Wait, why Shirai? Shirai can be brought out with Scapegoat. It's the best Shirai target in the game. This hurts to look at? Yeah, it's great. And I actually kind of want to try it out. Okay, so that's Slifer. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more decks to go through. Some of these are pretty great. Okay, I'll be right back. I could use the restroom. Hello there, I'm me. I'm a psychic spider who lives on the moon. Earth's moon, not Jupiter. Stop asking me about that. Anyways, I'm here to tell you to hit that follow button for this channel. Those metrics are the only thing that matters whenever I'm trying to show my Twitch channel to advertisers so that they can give me extra advertising opportunities. And if you don't hit the follow button, like, well, why would you be watching the stream if you weren't following? Like, who does that? Also, can I show you that I can move to different parts of the moon? Look at me, I'm flying across the moon right now. This is Earth's moon, not Jupiter. See, look, there's Earth. You can stop asking me about Jupiter now. Ooh, what about, ooh, look, I'm flying on the top of the thing, and also I can go hyperspeed to the dimension of lost time. Have you guys ever been to the dimension of lost time? It's not super cool. You would think it's more important than it really is, but it's just like time doesn't flow here. That's it. Or sometimes it does. It's a lost time. It's not the found time thing. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's go back to my home on Earth's moon, not Jupiter. Stop asking me. Okay, why did I make this ad? Oh yeah, hit that follow button. Hello there. Ads. Jupiter, Mooch. There is no Jupiter. Anyways, thanks for the sub, Wolfric the Red. On to the next one. Jupiter emote anytime soon? No. Ad about ads. Was it which one was it? I don't look at them. What do you think of the unbanned is spelled with a judgment in the OCG? I think it's hilarious. I want to see if it will what kind of decks they'll make with it. The Jupiter one? God damn it. Wait, did I forget to hit end stream again? I remember to hit end stream this time. Nice. Okay. So, what we have here is the Redoer Stun Turbo. So, what they're trying to do is bring out Time Thief Redoer in order to control with it. As everybody knows, Time Thief Redoer is a generic rank 4 monster which has the effect that during the standby phase, you can steal the top card of your opponent's deck and attach it as one of its XYZ materials. And also, it has a quick effect where it can detach a number of its materials in order to activate its effects based on the type of cards detached. If it's a monster, it's banished until the end phase. If it's a spell, they draw a card. And if it's a trap, you get to place one card your opponent controls on top of their deck. Which means you want to steal one of your opponent's trap cards. You want to trap, because the trap effect is the best. But also the monster effect is good too, because it allows you to dodge effects. So Time Thief Redoer is one of the best level 4 monsters in the game. So what this deck is trying to do is turbo it out and then stun with it. I'm not really seeing where the stun comes in. However, there is this nice little interaction I didn't even know about. With this card over here, it has nothing to do with the combo, but it has an effect where if it attacks, you can special summon a rank 10 or higher Machine Xyz monster using this card as its materials. So you can use it to bring out a 3-material Super Quantal Great King Magnus. You need at least 4 of them for it to be unaffected by card effects, but it does have a quick effect spin with 3600 attack. That's neat. I didn't know you could do that. Guess bring out Zeus. Only 3. Yeah, you need at least 4 for it to have the good effect. Okay, so immediately upon looking at this deck, I think, where are your hand traps? the ideal deck. You guys want to see what the ideal deck is? So we have this version, this temp deck over here. You see all these hand traps? Basically, the ideal deck is this, and the remaining 9 cards are your engine. These are the perfect optimal ratios of deck building. So over here, I don't see any of them. We're missing the cards that allow you to play modern Yugioh. I just realized the royal... Yeah, royal underworld goddess. I have another one that's not royal, if it's distracting. Also, where does the stun come into play? Like, we have Time Thief Retrograde, which is their Omni Negate. We'd usually only run one of them, but if you're controlling with it, I guess it makes sense to run more than one. Got it, all hand traps win every game now? Dude, I'm not even kidding. Your deck, like modern decks, even the good ones, like Sword Soul, they run at least 10 hand traps. You want to run as many hand traps as possible. The best decks are the ones that can run their engine as least amount of cards as possible, so you can just fill up the rest with hand traps. Yeah. I run 10 hand traps in my 60 card deck. Is born to play so many staple cards. The fun thing about the staples is there's so many of them. Look at all of these. All of these will improve your deck. I run 39 hand traps. I'm very disappointed in you. Hey, I'm just telling you how to win with your gimmicks. You want to win, you have to understand deck building. And deck building is playing a shit ton of hand traps. However, if you don't want to play hand trap, because I don't really like playing them that much, instead what you can do is play floodgates. So what would be a good floodgate in this deck? There can be only one. If you're trying to control with the Time Thief Redoer, that would be a good one. However, it's psychic. You can't really play that. I'm thinking Slow Life, but you do need your normal summon. The summon limit, if you summon limit after you bring out Time Thief Redoer, that would be good. Goes in match? No, there's different types. It's machine and psychic. You can't really do that either. So you can't really stun with this deck because all of the good floodgates are not available to it. Kaiser Coliseum? I guess Kaiser Coliseum works, yeah. Goes in as attributes. They all are dark, but there's also another engine which isn't, which we'll go over in a little bit. Lose one turn won't work? No, it won't work. You can't activate it unless you don't control a special summon monster, which actually you can do with Time Thief because he can banish himself temporarily from the field, which would allow you to activate the effect of time, lose one turn. I see Witch's Strike, so do I. So if we have lose one turn, oops, not that card. Lose one turn, and then we have Kaiser Coliseum. There we go. Now we actually have some stun cards in here. The DPE engine. Oh, good idea. Destiny. We'll add in one of these. We'll add in 2 of these. And then we'll also add in that, and then Verte. There we go. Macrocosmos would be good, right? You kind of want your graveyard. But only kind of. Like, the thing is, with floodgates, you only need 2 of them, and we have 2 good ones that we can play right here. Well, good, I don't know. I think macro is better than lose one turn, but it's still pretty good, especially if we're trying to stun. I have a question. Did you see the Hungry Burger Turbo deck I submitted it pretty close to stream, or did you see it was just... I did see it. It's just, it was submitted too late. I already had chosen everything by the point it was set in. Which is a shame, because I did want to look at it on stream. Mystic Mine. I would love to play Mystic Mine. Okay, so we have some stun cards in here to actually fit the theme of stunning your opponent. And in order to fit them in, let's remove some cards that aren't super necessary to this. Gaga Cowboy? No. XYZ Dragon, no, we can get rid of those too. If you want to play XYZ Dragon, what we could do is play Raiders. You see, this deck has access to the Raiders Knight XYZ Dragon combo with Arc Dragon. Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon. If this card was XYZ summoned, it cannot be destroyed by card effects. You can detach one material to gain attack equal to all other original attacks on the field. And then also, if it has a Dark XYZ monster as a material, you negate the effects of all of the monsters. And the effects of Dark Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon are permanent. And they can be brought out with Raiders Knight, which requires 2 dark monsters. And it just ranks up into it. This is an excellent engine. If you're playing dark monsters, you want to play Raiders Knight and Arc Rebellion XYZ Dragon. Imano Iwato? No, this deck can't really make use of that. We need all the hand traps. You can play Floodgates. I'd love to play Mystic Mind Logs. We can't be friends anymore. I'm trying to help you guys win here. You see, what we're doing is we're looking for the essence of these gimmick decks and thinking, how do we get this to win? Remember, even meta decks play DPE. Like, if they're playing it, why shouldn't you? Like, they're playing it for a reason, you know? We got Arc Rebellion, Odd Eyes, Arc. We're getting Arc Clear Wing Dragon. Boo, DPE. Shut up, Ame. I mean, you are a valued member of this community, Ame, and I'm glad to see you here. Too many pointless main deck cards. We haven't even gone over the main deck yet. So, let's go over the main deck. Ghost of a Grudge is a fun card in theory, but in practice, if the duel has lasted to the point where your opponent has 8 cards in their graveyard, the effect of only reducing all your opponent's current monsters to 0 is not strong enough. Even in a mill deck, this effect isn't strong enough for that cost. Like, it seems like the effect is good. It's a permanent decrease of your opponent's monster's attack to 0. That's a great effect. But requiring your opponent to have 8 cards in their graveyard is actually very difficult to accomplish. So we gotta remove it. Shade Brigandi. Good card. However, you're usually trying to use this turn 1 in order to get a level 4 dark monster on the field. And turn 2, if you're using it where you have to set it and then wait a turn for it to come out, it's a little bit slow. That's why usually people only play it at 1. You don't really need 3 copies. Especially since you can't do that if you have a trap card in your graveyard. Thanks for the resub, Blazing Tray. $10 a month, Mr. Logs, in between YouTube and Twitch. Excellent. Good to hear. So, you can play 3 because you cannot search it. Yeah, but you don't really care to search it. And you don't really want to draw it later on because it's dead in your hand. Like, you draw the card and you set it, and then you have to wait a turn in order to use it on your next turn. In which case, you could play a better trap monster, or just a better card. The main use of this card is during your first turn in order to get an extra monster on the field. Sky Circus Bell for bonus monsters. We can't really make use of those. We need level 4 dark monsters specifically for this. Which is, now we can go over to the Hieratic Beasts. So, they have a good new support card, Tribute to Monsters, special summon 2 Heraldic Beast monsters from your deck. And then you can only special summon machine or psychic monsters during this turn, which, hey, Time Thief Redoer is a machine or psychic monster. So it fits, and you can just tribute any monsters. You get 1 monster on the field, and this basically opens up a rank 4 play. So this is just huge. This card is good. There is a big problem with it, though. The problem, of course, yeah, someone mentioned in chat, it's Ash bait for sure, but that's not really a reason not to play a card. It's really bad Ash bait, though. Oh my god. You have to tribute a card to activate the effect, and then it just gets ashed and you lose 2 cards, and also a monster that you had to spend a resource to get on the field. But regardless of that, if the effect resolves, you get 2 monsters on the field, which is good. However, yeah, a -1 when it gets ashed, exactly. At least it's something new. It's a little bit inefficient because it also requires that you play Heraldic Beast cards. And I'm pretty sure only this one summons itself from the hand, right? Graveyard, add it to your hand. That's a graveyard effect. This searches during the end phase, and this is the only one that summons from the hand, but it needs a Heraldic Beast monster to do so. Astral Off is a level 4 monster, not light, but good enough. It costs itself and the tribute. No, I know I know it's not like an advantage. It's neutral. Or it's a -2 if it gets... No, it's a -1 if it gets Ash, because your opponent has to use an Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom itself is inherently a -1. Why are you playing Heraldics? Because charges up Heraldic can allow you to get your ball rolling. And also, once the cards hit the graveyard, you get their graveyard effects. If this card was... During the end phase of the turn, the card's normal summon, destroy this card. When this card is sent to the graveyard, add a Heraldic Beast monster from your deck to your hand. So, like, these cards gain you effects in the graveyard, and this one might be able to summon itself from the hand. It's just there are better level 4 engines you can use. Especially when it comes to dark monsters revolving around XYZs. So let's go ahead and just remove all of these. Let's remove the Heraldic engine. This one also lets you summon 2 of them from the graveyard, which is excellent in theory, but let's remove that. We're trying to stun here. Also, Witch's Strike, hilarious card. I love it, but it's not good, unfortunately. Let's get rid of it. Lost Wind, excellent card. We can leave it in. This is fine. Time Thief Flyback. I don't think this card's very good. Target a Time Thief Xyz monster, attach a Time Thief card from your hand or deck to it as a material, banish this card from your graveyard, target a Time Thief Xyz monster you control, attach 1 card from it to your graveyard as material. This is, it does allow you to get trap cards onto Time Thief Redoer. But we need stuff that's better than win more. Time Thief Hack protects your monsters the turn they come out. I think that's fine to an extent, but it's not good. This summons Time Thieves from your hand, which is an inherent -1. Like, that's not very good. Attach 3 Time Thief cards, different types from your graveyard to that monster. Yeah, it's not really worth playing. Let's get rid of that 3 Solemn / Judgment. That could be it. And then we have Morphing Jar number 2. So he did say Morphing Jar number 2 is in here because it's a funny card. You can catch your opponent off guard. That's true. The problem with Morphing Jar number 2 is that it's so vulnerable. Like, you set Morphing Jar number 2, good luck having it survive to the battle phase to actually use its effect. Unless you're playing Lord of the Heavenly Prison, which this deck is not. Let's get rid of that. As someone who plays Morphing Jar number 2 a lot, I can tell you for a fact this card does not survive unless you protect it. So would Trap Tricks along with the main Time Thief engine be a good way to go about building a Time Thief deck? Trap Tricks, I wouldn't say you would play Trap Tricks with this. No, you can play, there are some good Raid Raptor cards that would fit in here. Let's go grab them. So, first up, we have this card right here, Raider's Wing. 3 copies. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can detach 1 material from a dark XYZ monster and special summon it. He's a dark XYZ monster. But banish it when it leaves the field. You use this effect once a return. Xyz monster whose original attribute is dark and has this material gains this effect. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. So what's good about this card is that it can activate from the graveyard. So once you hit the graveyard, it's always live. It's basically a free Xyz monster on the field. It does require other cards, though, because you can't do it immediately. So you need the other engines. This is more like a support card to them. It's not the best. We could play something else, but we're doing this for now. Also, we have Strangle Lannis. If you control a dark monster, special summon this card from your hand, and you can't summon for the rest of the turn except for dark monsters. All the Time Thieves are dark. Time Thief Redoer is dark. It's a free special from the hand. And also, if you control an Xyz monster with the Dark Xyz monster as a material, you can target a level 4 lower Raid Raptor monster in your graveyard. Spells with summon if its effects are negated. Which allows you to special summon out Raider's Wing. So there we go. We added in 2 more cards that help support this archetype. Time the Raid Raptor common is a common build. True, it is. This might also allow us to play Raid Raptor's Phantom Knight Wing. But I think that's pushing it a little bit. And I believe there's no other good one, except for one that special summons when there's already an Xyz monster on the field, but we're trying to get stuff... Basically, the best card we have right here is Strangle Lanius. Rusty Bardiche? Rare and Ultimate Falcon. Evil Swarm Nightmare could be nice. Evil Swarm. Oops. This card, right? Or just say Nightmare? What's Nightmare? I think you meant this one, right? I think Chain Beat. Yeah, because it's a dark monster that can special summon itself from your hand. If your opponent controls more monsters than you do. Oh, if your opponent... No, that's not very good. If it was just if you control no cards, that'd be much better. Bardiche, maybe? Evil Swarm Nightmare would be nice. Time Thief Lunalight works decently. ZS Armed Sage. We're not really trying to rank up in this deck. If your only opponent controls is level 4 monster... Wait. If the only monster you control is one level 4 monster, not named this card, spell summon from your hand, a Utopia Xyz monster with this card gains this effect. Zephyros? No, Zephyros is a little bit too slow for this. How about Dark Worm? We don't have a way to get that in the graveyard. We could just play Hat Tricker if we just want one card from the hand. Didn't I make a video about this? Actually, I have... Let me go to my thing. I have something for this. We're going to go over to my engine sheet. This is level 4 monsters that can special summon themselves from the hand. All of them. Which ones are dark? We have Curtain Raiser. That works. Shade Brigandi. Ooh, Mothman. Parallel Exceed. We can do that. Ascended Sage. Zephyros. Chaos Valkyrie. Ooh, what does this one do? Must be special summoned by a card effect. You can banish a light or dark monster from your graveyard. Special summon this card from your hand. If this card is banished... No, that requires too many resources to come out. Kage Tokage. Ooh. Kage. I'll play one copy because it bricks. If your opponent controls a monster and all monsters you control are level 4, Summoner Monk is Ash Bait. Hell no. Singing Lannis. If you control an Xyz monster, spell summon this card from your hand. No. Instant Fusion to Tis. No, Tis isn't an instant fusion target. Butter Spry cannot be normal set. Must be first spell summon its own effect. When you normal summon a warrior. No. Jurighetto is a little bit too slow. If you take damage, spell summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot summon for rest or rest his turn except for Raid Raptors. Definitely no. Millennium Sage. No, that doesn't work either. Jurighetto summons itself, but only during the battle phase. We have Curtain Raiser. That's another dark monster, but I think we're probably good. Instant Fusion. That's also another level 4 monster. Photon Thrasher. We're looking for dark monsters specifically. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone. Armageddon Knight into Zephyros. Armageddon Knight into a Zephyros. That's definitely something that exists. Let's close this out. Honestly, there's also Destiny Hero cards that summon themselves. Destiny. There's the drill dude. There's this thing. If you have a Destiny Hero monster on the field or in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your graveyard. You can only use this effect once per duel. Oh, it's level 3. Never mind. I was thinking about this one anyway. Special summon a Destiny Hero monster from your hand with less attack or equal to this card's attack. No, that's not going to work. Quick launch into Tracer Dragon. No. Shade Brigandi. We have Shade Brigandi. The Phantom Knights is Shade of Brigandi. I guess we can just play 3 copies. Improve the chances of having it in your opening hand so you can actually do plays with it. Quick launch engine? No. Ring of Magnetism? Finally, thank you. Honestly, there's just no other better options. Okay, and then we look at the Time Thief cards. The ratios of these are fine. Usually you don't need to play Bezel Ship, but I like Bezel Ship. Kage Tokage, this is probably enough. And then where does the stun come in? The Blackwing Revive one? Raider's Wing. And Strangle Lanius. What about Dark Greffer? Dark Greffer can't special summon itself. We don't play high enough cards. Solemn for stun. I'm actually thinking, what if we just play... No, that won't work. We don't have enough link monsters for that. We also have this to go into more stuff. If this card's link summon, special summon 2 monsters with the same level, 1 from your hand, 1 from your graveyard, but negate their effects. Then XC summon 1 monsters. If an XC's monsters card points to detach the material, target 1 spell trap your opponent controls and destroy it. Dark Greffer works as a fool's burial though to go into your graveyard. We don't really need the cards in the graveyard though. We're trying to get them on the field because like the number 1 play is Time Thief Regulator. And that's a 1 card just go into Time Thief Redoer. Everything else is like 2 cards. Add 3 Allure of Darknesses. We don't really benefit from that. We kind of want to keep the dark monsters in the hand. Thank you, the Otaku, DM Ahasima. Blackwing Zephyros, the Elite. We can't really make use of Zephyros. Unless we hard draw into like Kaiser Coliseum or Time Thief Hack. You can though. Not very consistently. You can bounce the Hack you search with Winder. It's not very consistent though. That's my problem with that. Curious you don't play Upstart at 3 in every deck? Because I don't have 3 of them. And usually there's better staples you'd want to use. It is good. Like you can round off any deck with 3 Upstarts. No Maxi. Oh, we haven't even got to the hand traps yet. Can Lord fit in here? I don't think Lord would really benefit the deck. So what we're going to do is play... So first we have to decide, are we going to play hand traps? Because I think we're trying to floodgate with this deck. If you're trying to floodgate with the deck, you don't really need hand traps. Unless you know you're not going to play against an unbeatable deck. Like that's what the floodgates are for, so we don't really have to play hand traps. But hand traps definitely require you to go first. These are going first cards. If you go first with these, you're golden. So if anything, you might want to just protect your cards. D barrier. Parallel Exceed? I did consider Parallel Exceed. The problem is we don't really have a way to go into Link 1 monsters consistently. And just adding a Tenyi engine won't be enough. Heroes run 41 cards with upstarts for consistency, though. Well, if you're going to go more than 40, there's no reason to run upstart. Imperial Order? Whoa, but that shuts down your own card, too. I'm considering playing triple Solemn Judgment and then getting rid of this and just play like double strike as well. And then boom, just round it off like this. Since Solemn Strike can stop monsters that have negates. The 41 upstart with the junk. Lord of the Prison. The main cards we have are face-up cards. We don't really need to protect them. Like, we're trying to protect Lose One Turn and Kaiser Coliseum. Yeah, you tell him, Pomu. Flood Traps are good. Goes in. This one's tough. Well, let me save this real quick. Let me take a look at my going second template. So this is what we have for going second stuff. Do we really... We're trying to go first with this deck, so this is kind of useless. If we're going first, are we confident that our plays will go through enough where we could also just play Called by the Grave? And then Infinite Impermanence. Redoer Stun Turbo. Sub 2 Shade Brigandes for Gozen match. Gozen. Attribute of monsters. The problem is Gozen doesn't really floodgate that well. Unless your opponent's playing naturally a deck that goes into different attributes. Or if you're playing something like Kragan, which alters their attribute to something else. It floodgates Sword Soul? I guess. Gozen is only good if you alter the attribute? That's true. Gozen really hurts Trap Tricks? No, the Shade Brigandes. Okay, we'll put the Shades back since you guys love them so much. Okay, let's alter this extra deck. There we go, it's altered. Look it, it's perfect. It's good to go. One Shade, one Stained Greaves. Now, this is perfect. There's nothing else to change here. We're not playing any hand traps. Oh god, this hurts. No hand traps. Oh, I'm dying inside. I'm dying a little bit. We have to play at least 2 Called by the Graves. Then we can call it Gucci. Add Megaclops. Why is Megaclops in here? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Our extra deck's set. The other stuff doesn't really matter. Utopic. Add Maxi. Maximum C. Cut each of the retrogrades. Honestly, Solemn Strike is better than retrograde, to be honest. We can just cut both of those. And then have one of them searched out with the Time Thief engine stuff. Maxi would be good too, but Maxi is usually better. No, it's just a good card. It's one of the best cards in the game. We're basically hoping we go first, and if we don't go first, then we're screwed. Because we don't really have good going second cards. Like, these floodgates aren't going to prevent what's already on the field, and it's not going to help us play through our opponent's field. But if we go first, man, are we set. Here we go. Consider this optimized. Wouldn't Baguska also be good? Oh, yeah. Bagus. No, wait. If we're going with the Time Thief stuff, we should probably leave that in and remove Megaclops. Optimize. Raiders 9 to Ark Rebellion is better than the Utopia. Yep. Okay. Oh boy. I thought I would go through these a lot quicker. Next up, we have Charming Elements. So this is a Charmer deck. You gonna test it? No. So, Charmers have the effect where when they're flip face up, you can steal one of your opponent's cards of the attribute that it controls. However, they need to survive the battle phase in order to work. Unpossessed helps because it means they can't be destroyed by battle. And all the other support helps in order to get them on the field. Special summon a spellcaster monster with 1500 defense from your hand or graveyard in attack position or face down defense position. Then, if you control monsters with 2 or more attributes, destroy one face-up card in the field. Banish this card from your graveyard, set a possessed continuous spell trap from your graveyard. Ooh. Place it face up on the field, so this recycles your unpossessed. So the main combo maker in this deck is unpossessed. It makes it so your Charmer monsters can't be destroyed by battle, and also if any monster you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon a spellcaster monster with 1500 defense from your deck, with an attribute from at least one of those destroyed monsters' original attributes on the field, in attack position or face down defense position. You guys want to know what, test the deck with the bot maybe? No. You guys want to know what spellcaster monster has 1500 defense? Injection Fairy Lily. Spellcaster monster, 1500 defense. If this card attacks or is attacked, pay 2000 life points against 3000 attack. Fairy Tale Luna. Luna does not have 1500 defense, but it does have 1850 attack, which procs this effect. Fairy Tale. Ecclesia. Wait, is Ecclesia a spellcaster? Dogmatica. Oh my god. I've just figured out how to fix this deck. Let me help you create this Charmer deck. First of all, your main win condition is getting unpossessed on the field. How are we searching unpossessed in this deck? Isn't there a way to search this card first? Let me add in the Dogmatica engine. You guys all know I'm doing it. You know it. I know it. Let's not even play around here. Ignister. Omega. Awakening of the Possessed. The other Ecclesia is monster with 1500 defense too. Psh, the other Ecclesia is a spellcaster. Yeah, but like, you can't use it for anything. Get a card power with Unpossessed. Summon Incredible Ecclesia. Summon Iris the Sword Soul. Okay, let's not turn this into a Sword Soul deck, okay? We're just going to stop at the Dogmatica engine, and that's it. What we're trying to do is actually make use of these garbage cards with their flip effects. They are garbage cards with flip effects, so we're also going to add in triple Lord of the Heavenly Prison to protect them. That way they can't be popped before they flip face up. And we want them to survive. We want a control strategy where we're setting our cards and then stealing our opponent's cards based on specific types of attributes. So what we also want to do is stop our opponent from destroying our back row. Iris the Sword Soul is not a Sword Soul. DNA Transplant. You see, that's immediately what you would think would be a good idea. The problem is that the card sucks. Secret Village. Secret Village is good. Splash and DPE. Good idea. Destiny. Let's throw in DPE, Celeste, Dasher, 2 of these, and then Verte. 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 And then, imagine not adding DPE. I know, cringe. Okay, then where we're gonna add, oh, I blinked on it. Oh, I remember now. Fairy Tale. We'll throw in Fairy Tale Luna so we can have some disruption in this deck. It combos very well with this Awakening. Like, I would also want to throw in Snow, but I don't think this deck can really facilitate Snow. Luna's good enough. Iris is a Sword Salt Morphine Jar to counter the Charmers. That does remind me. Set Upper. Set Uppercut. This will allow us to get some more cards out. When they are destroyed, you can special summon another one from the deck. We're Legacy Pawn. Pawn to flip them up during my opponent's turn. You see, the thing is, what we're doing is if the cards are destroyed, we get to special summon any other one from the deck. And we're doing that in order to match whatever our opponent's attributes are. That's the main way we're actually getting this off. Why don't you just bookmark DPE package? Shut up. You need some kaiju for the 3 surrenders. So what we really need is a way to search this card out. Do any of these search it out? Add a spiritual art or possess spell trap from your deck to your hand. Yeah, I think these ones do, right? Possess. All of these do, don't they? This card is sent from the field to the graveyard. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, yeah, we should be using these. It adds a possessed spell trap. We need unpossessed. Like, the deck revolves around unpossessed. We need unpossessed more than anything right now. What about left and right hand? Those are good. Nefarious one is better. This card spells by sending one face-up spellcaster monster and one face-up level 4 or lower earth monster you control at the graveyard. When this card is special summoned by this effect, target a level 4 or lower monster in the graveyard. Special summon it, but negate its effects. Fairy Tale Tales. Wait, is that a card? Here, we'll play one of each for now. Uh-oh. We've reached a limit. Is that in the game? Fairy Tale. Fairy Tale Tales. You can reveal a spellcaster monster in your hand with 1850 to attack and a different name than monsters you control. Immediately this effect resolves. Normal summon it. You can only use this effect once per turn. The first time each turn you would take damage or an effect, and you control a spellcaster monster with 1850, you take no damage. No. 60 card deck and a 20 card extra deck. Is that regulation? Yes. Trap Trick. Trap Trick only searches out normal trap cards. An 80 card pile. Okay, so now what we need to do. So we want one of these unpossessed cards. We have to focus on one of them. However, we don't have a dark or light one, which would be preferable. So I think Earth is probably the best one we can focus on. Since we don't have enough dark and light monsters, I don't think we can actually bring these cards out. By sending a spell. You can summon it from your hand or deck. What is this one? Summoned by this effect. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to original attack one monster your opponent controls. One card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. Then each player draws one card. Return one card your opponent controls to the hand. That's not half bad. But yeah, you're right. This one is the best. This card's normal or flip face up. Special summon one spellcaster monster within your defense from your hand or deck in face down defense position. During your opponent's main phase, you can change one face down spellcaster monster you control to face up attack position. Ooh, this card's good. Giving your enemy red reboot. Infurious, I go with the tail deck. Okay. I think this is good. We can go with this. Since we're going to focus on the earth monster for this. What are some good staple earth monsters? Humongous. We can play Humongous. We can play Dino Wrestler, Pankratops. When your opponent activates a card or effect a target spellcaster you control, or targets it for an attack, target one card your opponent controls in your graveyard, swallow this card from your hand, and if you do, return the target card to your hand. To return, during your opponent's standby phase, return this card to your hand. Oh, that's pretty good. True King Lithosygem. No, I don't think that's going to work. Let's see. We have Maxi and we have Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. That works. Ghost Bell is really good in this meta. Drains. We could also just play Ash Blossom and the fire one. Actually, you know what? We'll play one of each. Related cards. Oh, it's an Archifine card technically, huh? Take one card, Spell Trap, add them to your hand. Hat Tricker. You know what? Since it can summon itself from the deck, we'll just play this one and the fire one. And we'll play Ash Blossom at 3 copies and 3 copies of Maxi, and that will be all of our hand traps. So let's get rid of the going second cards. Let's get rid of Infinite Impermanence. Let's get rid of Set Upper. Let's get rid of 2 of those. We need 3 of these. We need 3 of these. Get rid of Called By. Harpy's Feather Duster. Should we leave this in? Why not? It's searchable. Okay, everything else. Ditch one of those, one of those, one of those, one of those. The Wind Charmer. We'll leave the Fire Charmer in. Luna, we'll ditch it all the way down to 1 just for now. Pankratops, Humongous. We need to cut 8 more cards. Rip the Charmer. DP also triggers the Unpossessed trap. Does it? Oh, yeah. Patrick and Crowley can count as Earth and Spellcasters for the Archfiend. And Crowley? What's Crowley? Crowley. Crowley the Magistus. You can send 1 spellcaster monster from your hand or face it to the graveyard, spell from this card from your hand, declare 1 attribute. This card becomes an attribute until the end of this turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target Magistus monster. Go bit with 1 Magistus card. So you have to send a spellcaster from your hand or field to the graveyard to summon this card? I guess it can become whatever attribute you want. Crowley, aka Alistair. Why isn't his name just Alistair? Trap Tricks is unpossessed. It doesn't work. Trap Tricks only works on normal traps. Trap Tricks. Okay, so let's go back to the cutting board for this. We want to play 3 copies of all of these cards. So that doesn't leave us very many other cards to play. We also want to play Lord of the Heavenly Prison to protect the face-down cards. This card is also protecting them. Lunalight is not protecting them enough because it requires your normal summon. So we can ditch that. The Dogmatica Engine. We don't need 3 Ecclesias. We can do the Dogmatica Engine with just 1 of each. So we can cut those. We don't need Pankratops. We don't need going second cards. Let's get rid of all of the going second cards. Let's just forget the fact that we're trying to go second, even just a little bit. You can set Unpossessed to 2, since you can retrieve Unpossessed from the graveyard with partnership. No, we want Unpossessed. Unpossessed is our main piece. We want it more than anything. Awakening of the Unpossessed. You also got Maximus because he's a bonus in the engine rather than a requirement. You're right. Let's get rid of Maximus. We can also get rid of the Kaiju. We don't need it anymore. The Sun Magician. This one, we should probably play it at 3, honestly. Special summon a spellcaster monster within your defense from your hand or deck. Like, it just enables all of the plays. We'll get rid of one of the Charmers. We're just ditching all of the Charmers. Those poor things. We're almost at a point where we have a normal deck. If we remove the DPE engine, we can fit it in. We got it. Remove DPE. Maximus is still there. Maximus is a +2. Maximus is the whole reason you run the engine. No more Charmers. We still have the Charmers. I would remove the Lords? No. The Lords are necessary. You can't remove them. I would rather remove hand traps over the Lords. The DPE engine, the deck kind of hurts. We need DPE. That's not going anywhere. I guess we can remove for Possessed. We can also remove... We can remove Set Upper, and we can also remove Witchcraft or Golem. They're good cards, but we don't need them. And we did it. We're at 40 cards. And over here, we can just remove one of each. Doesn't really matter. Get rid of that. Oops, what did I remove? I removed both of them by mistake. Oh, you can go into Access Code Talker and Celine. Neat. Okay, let's get rid of that. How do I get my gimmick decks fixed by you? If I do another one of these streams, you can just send it in there. No, my golem. Golem is nice, but we don't need it. Like, we're at the point where we're just looking for the core cards. The cards that are going to give us the most bang for a buck. So we have the core engine pieces, and then we have the best cards in here. Lord is in here to make sure these guys survive. They're fighting for their lives over here. And Lord makes it so they stay alive. They can't be destroyed. That way they're guaranteed to resolve. And if they are destroyed, we have unpossessed. Move a Lord for a big witchcrafter if you want. No, Lord is better. You would rather just run 3 Lords than one of the big witchcrafter. Where's Big Witchcrafter at? When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a spellcaster monster you control, or targets it for an attack, target one card your opponent controls, or a witchcrafter spell in your graveyard, spell summon this card from your hand, and if you do, return that target card to the hand. It doesn't protect, it just like summons itself out. And bounces something. It's good, but it's not necessary. Lord actually protects it. Should cut the hand traps for crossout. Hand trap? No, I think I'd rather just have the hand traps than play crossout. We don't really need crossout. Because, like, hand traps don't really affect this deck super much. We can consider this optimized. The Charming Elementals. Man, this one was tough. Let me just look at a sample hand. Let's see. With this hand, we have something playable. This is a playable hand. This is also playable. Oh, that's good. This is an excellent hand. This good hand. Good hand. Good hand. Good hand. Good hand. Good hand. Oh, this is good. It's optimized. Okay. Oh boy, my eyes hurt from optimizing all of these decks. I don't know if we'll be able to go through all of them. There's so many good ones. For real, you're gonna draw Jaster every time? Well, that's just my luck. So, what we have here... Moja. King of Beasts. So this is Beast Graveyard. What you want are your beasts in the graveyard, so that you can bring out Yellow Baboon, Archer of the Forest, and Mosaic Manticore. Oh. Oh boy. The Baboon. So, what is... The point of this deck is to get beasts in the graveyard. So that we can have Big Bazonga Closed Forest. But I think Moja is part of this? I don't remember. I think the main point of this deck is you just get a lot of beasts in the graveyard. But if that's the point of it, then I can just remove all of the beasts and add better ones. I can just add better cards to this deck. So, first up, here's what I would do. First, I would add in, yeah, I probably should add it. So let's add in the Destiny Hero engine. Here, we'll favorite this card if I have room for it, so I can get it next time. Okay, then where are your hand traps at? I'm disappointed. We'll add in 3 of these, and then 3 of these, and then we'll also just add in 3 of these to round it off. Oh, did I forget Verte? Okay. All right. Now that we have the basics of the deck covered, we can remove that. Rescue cat. So what we're trying to do is get a whole bunch of beasts in the graveyard, correct? I think we'll also leave in Moja because that's funny, but we'll remove everything else that's bad. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Once per turn, when attack is declared involving a monster you control an opponent's monster, activate this effect. That monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Neat. Okay. We'll remove all, but no, we'll keep 3 of these. That's funny. And then we'll remove that, and we'll remove that. Okay. We're at a respectable level of cards. So now what we're going to add in is the Melfies, because they're better. So Melfi cat, Melfi dog, 1 pony, and we don't really need Fenny. Fenny's not super necessary. Ideally, we want 3 cats. And then Joyous Melfi, Melfi of the Forest. Get rid of one of those. Where are the level 4 monsters coming from? Let's get rid of these. We'll get rid of Nubble or Nothing. Big Eye, let's get rid of that. Cross Sheep, I don't think we can even use Cross Sheep to its effectiveness. It's technically a beast. We'll leave it in there just for fun. Mommy Milkers, where? Oh my god. Amma, you're still here? Okay, and then we have Babu. I mean, you're a valued member of this community, Ame, and I'm happy to see you. Oops, I removed this. Mommy Milkers, oh my god, you're crazy. Okay, and, 1 second. When this is summoned by a beast type monster, should add in one of these at the very least, and then another puppy, and then ditch out one of those, remove some Ares Sunrock, and play some more Melfies. Let's see, we want cat and puppy. These are the 2 best. Moja's garbage. And we can play another baboon because we are trying to get these things in the graveyard. No, wait, I think we're better off playing 2 copies of these because we have the triple puppy to bring it out. Alpha? Oh yeah, Alpha's a beast technically, isn't it? If anything, we should probably play triple Alpha. That's the boss monster of this deck. And then reduce this down to 1. Oh, wait. This card searches out Moja, right? We can play 3 of these, go down to 1 Moja. King of Beasts. We do want to bring out King of Beasts. So we'll leave that in. And let's see here. We'll remove a Lightning Storm. Will we make the best Red Eyes deck in the world? Red Eyes isn't a gimmick. That's just a deck. Obedience Schooled? We could play Obedience School, but what would we even go into? Like we could set up one more Moja? We can search out Moja with Beast Striker. I know there's an Interior Beast combo. Yeah, let's just do that. Obedience. Triple Obedience Schooled, and then there we have Naturia Beast, and we also need the Fawn. We need Fawn and or that other card. So we'll remove one of these, remove 2 of these, remove one of the alphas. Okay. Alright, so the combo is you use Obedience Schooled, you bring out Fawn with 2 other cards, and then you use the other 2 in order to go into Raccoon and use its effect to summon a token, and then you use the token plus Fawn in order to go into Nature Beast. No, I think you also have to normal summon a card too. You normal summon one of the level 2 beasts, and then that gives you the amount for the beast. So it's 2 cards from the hand, and you get a Raccoon Rascal and Nature Beast on the field. That should work. At this point, do we even need these cards? They're just kind of in the way. If we're not going to play 3 copies of Mojo, what's the point of it, you know? Heartland Draco for Zeus. Oh yeah, we can go into Zeus in this deck. Zeus. Calvary. Is that how you spell Calvary? How do you spell Calvary? Is it How do you spell Calvary? Mojo deck with no Mojo. Would Rodent work? No. Calvary. That's what I spelled. Calvary. Ugh. I was gonna look for it normally. XYZ level 2. Sky Calvary. No one of you guys can spell either. Sky Calvary. They can't spell log. Shut up. This will work. This is perfect. This is the best deck in the world. I feel bad not having the Mojo stuff in here. So we'll add in another one of these and just play it for fun. Let's see how this works. We can fill out the rest of the extra deck with just random garbage. We have Zeus. We have that. We have a level 2 tuner. We can also just play some other cards. Level 7, we can go into a 9, and then we can go into a 10. So we can add in Shen Shen, because why not? And then we can also add in Barone. That's not how you spell Barone, is it? There are 2 R's in it? No, not really. Downerd Magician for an extra Zeus material. Oh, that's a good one. Downerd. Okay, I'm going to move Cross Sheep because it's actually just not needed. Okay, this is looking a lot better. Shen Shen can be replaced with any other good level 9. Would you like to fill it up? No. Let's see how this works. Oops, I don't want to do that. Sample deck. This is a good hand. This is also a good hand. This is a good hand. Let's see. This isn't a good hand. Melfi Pony is only useful if I have another beast in the graveyard. Oh, this is a good hand. 2 Maxis, Caddy to search. Ooh, this is good. Puppy to search. Ooh, Obedience Skull. That's an excellent hand. That's a combo. Ooh, this is also a combo. Obedience Gold and a level 2. Fusion Destiny, Caddy. Yep, this is a good hand. Okay, this works. 3 Ashen Hand is good. As long as you have something else to use it with. Okay. Wait, what's wrong with this deck? No, it's good. Consider this deck optimized. I only have enough time to optimize one more deck. We're going to go to this one. Sparkman Control. I love the idea behind this deck. So Sparkman with Honest, Elemental Hero, Honest Neos, Heat Wave, Phantasm City, Skill Drain. Dude, this looks good to go already. The only thing I can really suggest here would be a reinforcements of the army to have one more search, and then Konami more wingman, and then that one card that searches it out, that brings it back from the graveyard. I'm blanking on the name. My brain is not working right now. It's a trap card. This one right here, Hero Blast. And only one copy because I don't think it's really not necessary. Because our biggest concern is getting the card out. I think we have the card out. It's just if it hits the graveyard, Hero Blast will let us get it back. Sparkman, truly the best Sparkman in the world. Are there any specific cards for Sparkman? I think there's just that one garbage equip spell. Yeah. Oh, Oversoul? No, we're not really letting the card hit the graveyard. So we can remove that. And we can remove a copy of that. And boom! Consider the deck optimized. However, it can be optimized even further if we add in just one of these. And then just fill the graveyard, the extra deck, with random fusions that are low rarity. Oops. I'm missing so many cards. There we go. Oops, I don't have this rare fish. There we go. No DPE? Oh, we don't need DPE in this one. Wait, what was that? Fell Plague? Oh, we had that redeem. Fell Plague, you're worthless. You absolute piece of garbage. You know, if we have Pot of Extravagance... What we could do... Let's see... is get rid of some of the search cards. So we can get rid of reinforcements of the army. Hero Blast could probably go as well. Butterfly, do we have Terraform? Yeah, Terraform's right there. Hero Blast could go. We can also get rid of Sea Stealth Attack. No, but that Sea Stealth Attack is really good for this deck. If anything, we should probably play 3 of them. We can just get rid of Hero Blast. And maybe an Unexpected Die? Because we don't want to get rid of the other one. Basically, the only thing we did with this deck was add in 3 Pot of Extravagance. It was already so optimized, I couldn't do anything. If anything, it was probably better off. Fun fact, King of All Animals was a good Duel Link strat to recycle Hane and other beast flip monsters back in the day. Behemoth, King of All Animals? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was funny, because the format was slow enough for that it actually worked. No Mystic Sand? No, of course not. We can do these next ones really quickly. Okay, so this one is Dino Sowing OTK. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. If it is targeted for an attack, it gains 1,000 attack and defense. And if this card attacks, its attack and defense calculation stuff is changed. So basically what we're doing here is during our opponent's turn, we have Dino Sowing out in defense position. And then we use Unfortunate Support to give them 2 battle phases. And then they battle with Battle Mania. And then they attack into our defense position dude, and then during my next turn we flip them face up, and then we attack into our opponent's monsters. Excellent! This is an amazing engine. However, what the hell is this card doing here? Why do we have 3 dashers? Is it for Destiny Draw? There's better ways to do this. First up, what we need to do is focus, how are we getting Dino Sowing out? I think Sangan is here in order to search it out. We can also search it out with Set Uppercutter. Set Uppercutter, Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Alright, I have it set to go the opposite way. I can just come over here and grab it. Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Let's get rid of this, that. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. We have Dino Sowing. We should be able to search that card out with Set Uppercutter as long as it gets destroyed. Sangan is fine. It can also search it out. We're going to need Almirage. In order to get Sangan in the graveyard. And then we can just set the card. Black Witch would also work, but we don't really have too many of those. And then we have 1 Day of Peace. We're just trying to draw into that one specific combo. We can also go into Upstart and Chicken Game. However, if we're trying to do this without doing that, let's see, 1 Day of Peace. We have Destiny Draw for Dasher. Might as well play the Destiny Hero engine at that point. Related cards. It's giving me every single Destiny Hero card in the game, huh? Where is Phoenix Enforcer? There he is. And then Verte. Okay. And we have everything we need. We have trap tricks. We have battle mania. We don't want too many of these, so we'll remove one of those. Prius trap. Oh, that searches it out. Let's put it to 3 so we have another way to search it out. Okay, we have the card basically. Now we just need to make sure the combo goes off. So during my opponent's turn, the main strategy decks like to do is just destroy everything. So ideally what we'd want is to let our opponent summon a bunch of monsters and then negate all their effects during the battle phase. And there is a card that does it, but it also negates your card. So you don't want to do that because of Dino sewing. You want it in defense position, and you also want it under your own conditions where your opponent's monsters are not just popping it with card effects. And they're actually attacking. Order of Heavenly Prison definitely helps with that. We can also give it some extra attacks if we play Ojama Trio, which would probably be necessary. Ojama Trio. There's Ojama Trio. However, you'd have to use it during the standby phase, and they'd probably just use them for link plays. That's risky. We can't do that. We have to rely on my opponents getting out monsters and then attacking into it multiple times in order to get a high enough attack power value in order to destroy your opponent. Dehero Plasma is a one-sided skill drain? You're right, it is. They added ways to search the card out, didn't they? But then we don't really have enough cards. We need our opponent to have a whole bunch of monsters and then attack into Dino sewing. So the way we can do this is if we summon a whole bunch of cards through the effects of Black Garden. Should we just go into Black Garden tech? So also, oops, I spelled it wrong. Black Garden. Triple Black Garden. The Dustons. Dustons. I don't know if you can really do that here. Black Garden Tree Link spam. Battle Phase FTK. We're trying to get the cards out. I think the best bet is probably go into DPE in order to control the cards we have on our opponent's side of the field, but we need to give them a whole bunch of cards for Dino Stone to be worth it. So that's where Ojama Trio comes in. But the thing is, they can just link off the Ojama Trio token, so it's not that good. Black Garden Tree spam. Ideally, we want to lock them out of the extra deck. So we could Scythe combo them. There we go. The token strat. Nightmare. Is that not how you spell night? Oh. Nightmare tokens. Lots of darks too. You could just run Union Carrier and Buster Lock too. I'm not gonna run the Buster Lock. Are you crazy? Let's see here. I think we're good with this. I'm not sure why Dasher's in here, to be honest. Let's get rid of these. Let's play 3 copies of that. Let's get rid of that. I don't think Black Garden's necessary anymore. I'm gonna get rid of it. I think these are all good tech options. And then we have Scythe. We probably don't need 3 of them if we have a whole bunch of ways to search it out, to lock our opponent out. The Hulk Scythe combo. Eebly, maybe? Eebly? Oh, that's a good one, too. Eebly. If this card's normal summon, target link monster. If this card is under control, sent to the graveyard, special summon this card in defense position to your opponent's side of the field. That's a good one too. Okay. Let's go down. We don't need that anymore. We don't need 2 dashers. Okay, and then we have IP Masquerina. And then Unicorn. God damn it. Unicorn. What's with the 19 card extra? What 19 card extra? Okay, 3 DPE? Yeah, it's because we're playing Pot of Extravagance. Honestly, we should probably play... No, I think this is good. I think we have Dino sewing. Let's look at the draw 5. Can we get the combo up? We have Dino sewing. We have Scythe, which we need in the deck. We have Ojama Trio, and we have Unfortunate Report. Ooh, that's combo if our opponent literally does nothing else. Draw 5. This one... Oof. Is this... Nope. Okay. This one needs work. This one needs a lot of work. This is one that's definitely going to need a lot of experimentation to get correct. Too much filler. This is all just going straight into the combo. The problem is the combo itself requires a lot of pieces to work. And those pieces need protection and ways to prevent it. So the main combo is Dino sewing in defense position, then giving your opponent a bunch of monsters, because you can't rely on them to summon, and then giving them a second battle phase, which itself requires 3 cards, and then Battle Mania to force them to attack, which is a 4th card. And then you have to make sure they just don't link away the tokens, so you have Nightmare Corruptor Evilly and a Scythe in order to facilitate that. It's too many cards. And then you have Lord of the Heavenly Prison protect the cards and search them out. Yeah, this deck requires too many combo pieces. It can work. The way it can work is if we use Max C and our opponent just doesn't care and they play through it. We need our opponent to play through Max C. This is how you get off the combo. I fixed it. Consider this deck optimized. Last one. We have Mimicking Man-Eater Bug. Oh boy, I feel like this deck was made bad on purpose. Why slow reversal? Okay. So this deck is a flip-focused deck with Mimicking Man-Eater Bug. So, flip, target 1 monster on the field, destroy it, and if you do, this card gains attack equal to that monster's original attack, then you change that card's type to that monster's original type. Cannot be destroyed by battle, and cannot be destroyed by the effects of monsters with the same type as it. So, this is a Mimicking Man-Eater Bug deck. That's the main goal of it. So what we need is Lord of the Heavenly Prison to protect it. Then what we need to do is get rid of this, and this, and this. Your opponent normals and special summon monsters. Change all defensive monsters you control to face-up attack position during the end phase. Change all attack monsters you control to face-down defense position. You can only use this effect once per turn. That's good. That would definitely allow you to use the effect over and over. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of these. Special summon a flip monster from your hand or graveyard in face-down defense position. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Ooh, let's get rid of this and this. Let's add in 3 of these. Let's put in set upper so we can get some search going. Let's get rid of that. Let's add in 3 of these. Let's get rid of that. Let's add in, Subterror. No, I spelled Subterror wrong. Looks like they're playing Zodiacs. Let's go for it. Zodiac. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. Let's remove that Pico Flena. Let's get rid of Pico Flena. Let's get rid of these cards and these. And then add in a Zeus. Oh, I already have Zeus in here. Excellent. Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Okay, this deck can't really make use of, whatchamacallit. It can't really make use of DPE because we're putting cards face down. It can make use of the Subterror card, though. Subterror. This one right here. 2 flip monsters gains attack with combined original levels of the Subterror monsters used for its link summon times 100. Actually, we can go into Gallant, Granite, and then we can add in Parallel, Para. Oh my god, I keep spelling it wrong. Parallel, Exceed, and then we can add in some tennies so that we can actually get this off. And triple of these. Get rid of one of those. What does this effect do? You can send 1 flip monster from deck to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon 1 monster from your hand in face down defense position. You can use this effect once per turn. Once per turn, if a card is flipped face up, add a flip monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If a monster's card points to flip face up, add a flip monster from your deck to your hand. Excellent. And then let's add in a Baguska as an optional target for this. OG Man-Eater Bug. And then we can fill the rest with hand traps. Excellent. And then we can just remove some cards from here. Thoroughblade, Whiptail. There's no reason to play all these. We can just play the good ones. Like Whiptail. And Thoroughblade. OG Man-Eater Bug. Yeah, this is a Man-Eater Bug deck. And then we have 1 World Legacy Pawns. We can get rid of that. We don't need it. Humongous. No, we don't need 2 of those. We can get rid of 2 of those. And also add in one of these. Okay. Let's take a look. Oh, wait. This deck is not fully optimized yet. There we go. Mimicking Man-Eater Bug. Draw, sample 5 cards. The most consistent deck in the world would force you to pull off that combo. All I'm seeing is full combo. Full combo, man. Oh, full combo. Not full combo, but a combo. Oh no, this hand, it has the card you need. This is a good hand. It's just not full combo. Oh, this hand is fine. Honestly, all these hands are fine. This is fine. This isn't very good, actually. That's kind of bad. This is fine. This is fine. That's a full combo. This right here, that's fine. This one, that's fine. This is fine. This is good. This is full combo. Full combo. This is fine. This is full combo. We're good to go. This deck is perfect. Mimicking Man-Eater Bug. I'm glad I was able to optimize this deck. Ooh, May time. There you go. Okay, that's all of the decks fully optimized. Hopefully you guys love your optimized versions of these decks. My brain hurts. This is too much thinking. However, I will say, out of all of them, I didn't really have to make any changes to Sparkman control. This deck is great. Excellent stuff. The other ones, though. These are some interesting ideas. I kind of want to play all of them. Every single one of them. Good job. There were some other ones I was sent in that looked pretty good, but I wasn't able to get to them because it actually takes a long time in order to convert these. Too much thinking, no time to play. Hopefully you guys enjoyed your optimized versions of these decks. I'll go ahead and post screenshots to these and reply to all the originals. I just made Budget Guru. The thinking logs. These decks are perfect. They're completely optimized. There is no way to make them any better. They're just too darn good. Like, this is just so optimized. I can't think of any way to change it. All right, who else is streaming right now? Miwa is streaming? No way. She was streaming earlier today. Or was she streaming while I was on my thing? It says she's just chatting.
As in another game, you see the issue is that I can't be.
She's been streaming this whole time. It says she's been on there for 6 hours. Now we're going to Miwa. Miwa's hilarious. You guys will love her. Hey, Ame's still around? Ame, you were here for the whole thing. You're crazy. Yeah, we're going to Miwa. Okay. I don't stream tomorrow, so I'll see you guys on Friday. She's ashing something else. Thanks for the stream, Mr. Jupiter. Someone ban him. Ban anyone who mentions Jupiter.